morning everybody, it's Bea from Bespoke Crafts and welcome to my channel. Today's card we're going to be using a stamp called Garage Band and this is from the Card Hut. They've got some really great stamps. This is another one that I've got. I got 3 all in all. This is a potting shed. The third one that I've got I'm not going to show you because it's a special one for somebody that's very, very special to me, so I don't want them to see it before they get their card with it. So I'm going to use the drummer because this card is for an 18-year-old excuse me, that plays the drums. It's my sister-in-law's grandson, and you'll be seeing her card, the card that I'm making for her, in the next video. But what I'm going to do with this card, I've stamped it out 4 times excuse me, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to use all of them, but I'm going to stamp them, I'm going to stack them up because I wanted to give a little bit more dimension to it. So when you're adding your different layers to it, everything that's in the foreground you need to cut out so it sits on the front of it. So if you look at the image of him, I've got, he is, I'm just reaching over for my card so I've got it in my hand. So he's sat back and obviously the drum kit's going to be sat in front of him. So I've done the drum kit with the excuse me, with the, it's got like a dustbin and another drum, and then on the front part I've got the main drum and the main drums with the cat in it on the front. I did think about cutting the circle out where the cat is, so that was set back, but I think it would have been, I would have ruined it because well, the cardstock that I've used is actually quite thick, so it would have just ruined it. So as I'm cutting this out, like I say, you've got to fussy cut it, but adding this dimension just makes the card and the image look just so much better, in my opinion. So here we go, cutting it through. Can I just take this opportunity to thank everybody for subscribing? I've got up this morning, I've got 151 subscribers. I cannot thank you enough. I am so grateful. Just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So what am I doing now? I've also cut a mask out for this image, because I'm going to put, as you've seen, the guitar is behind. So I'm fast forwarding. I'm going to play some music as I'm colouring, and I will pop in and out of the video when I want to either have a natter with you or tell you what I'm doing. I haven't put the colours that I've used on the screen or made a note of them, but hopefully you'll be able to see the colours that I've used because I've got the pen top up. What I have done for the initial part, I've done the symbols and the parts around the drum, all the clips and everything. I've done them in the silver pen and the gold pen from Ohuhu, the gel pen. So I'm just leaving that off to dry now. So I'm going to play some music and let you sit back and enjoy this part of the video. I didn't stay out long, did I? I put the image onto the full screen so I could see what was going on. So I thought I'd explain to you what I was doing with the colouring in. What I'm doing is I'm doing the darker shade around the edges to give that impression of of a circle so that you can see that the drums go round, and the shading obviously goes where there would be natural, in my opinion, would be natural shades in the colouring. So we're going back to the, if I could speak, back to the music. What I've done here is I've used the paints from yesterday, which was the metallic paint, on the drum at the side, but I found that it covered all the lines up, so I just used my black marker pen, it's 0.5, just to put those little details back in. I'm putting the mask on now, and as obviously I haven't put the dimensioned part of the card on top of it because I obviously want this to last, to be flat, and I've used Gina K's Masking Magic. You stamp on the front of it and then just peel off, and you can use these time and time again. It really is a good product. I know there are others on the market, but this is the one that I do prefer. I have tried others. So now I'm going to put the guitarist, excuse me, into my stamping platform. I'm using my Mini Misty, and I'm going to end up stamping it a couple of times. You have to be careful. I'm just looking where I want him positioned, because where the stamp goes next to the Masking Magic or whatever you're using as a mask, you have to make sure that it's stamped quite well near the edges, and that's just put the amplifier on as well. So literally just working out where I'm going to put everything. I'm a messy crafter today, aren't I? I've got all the pens about. I just get in the zone and just get on with it, and my workspace gets smaller and smaller. So just position him because I want him to sit at the back. I haven't made a mask for him, which is why I'm just trying to position the amp where I don't have to mask it up. Make sure there's no little air bubbles as well under the stamps, and it's a new stamp, so you've got to prime it first. And that's just rubbing your fingers over. There's lots of other things that you can use, but I do find that's the best. And it's just to get rid of all the chemicals that are still left from production. I'm obviously using Memento ink, Well, not obviously if you haven't, if you're new to stamping. Memento ink is compatible with the alcohol pens. So as you can see from this, just around the edges from the mask and the image, it's missed parts out. So I'm going to go over that quite a few times, just to make sure that there's a good coverage. And I'm just pressing down just to make sure that I do get as much pressure as I can to apply the ink. And you can see the difference that that's made there. So I'm just gonna, no, I am gonna do it one more time. What you find, what I've done here is I've applied the ink only where I want it. So I don't need any more on his head. It is just press it down, B. And excuse me, so I'm going to give that a quick clean off and pop it down, and then I'm going to put the amplifier on. Hadn't realised at the time when I did it, but I put the amp on upside down. Never mind, we sorted that out. It's a good job really that the it's got the word amplifier on it. And I'm turning the card round, so that's why I've done it upside down, because I've turned the card round. What a numpty. Anyway, so I'm going to fast forward through this part, and then clean everything up, put the stamps away, all ready for next time to be using. So now we're going to do the reveal. I like it. I think it looks good. Just checking it again. So now I'm just going to put the mask back away in the packaging for next time. I generally have a mask for all of the stamps that I use. And there he is. That's what he looks like when he's all together. So I'm going to take these parts off, and then I'm going to now fast forward with you with some music while I call in the guitarist and the amplifier. So I'm just putting some final touches on. I'm using Gina Cake Neck glue to stick the drum together, putting a little bit of weight on it just to hold it down flat. Then I'm going to stick his bobble hat on as well. I'm just going around the edges of his bobble hat as well because it was white and I wanted the black. When you're doing any layers, I always like to do the outside in black just so you don't get the white marks on it. So I'm just using my Ohuhu white gel pen just to put some highlights in. I have said it a lot that these Ohuhu gel pens are really good. So I wanted to make the card a little bit grungy. So literally I'm just using some splats with some oxides. I'm using Hickory Smoke and Lost Shadow. These stamps are just from I don't know really, it's just some background stamps, just different shapes, and it's grunged up really well. Also that I'm using now, just using the last of the black oxide on the side of the cards just to make it a little bit more grungier, and just doing some grounding in a couple of grey colours. I finish it, I think it finishes off. I'm going to use as a matte and layer just black cardstock. This is just a linen cardstock. Go find out where I've got that from. I'll just go get that. So I'm back, and it's DoCraft's Paper Mania Capsule Black, it says on it, and it is A4, 20 sheets, and it is 116 GSM, and it's a solid core as well. So it is a good cardstock. Sorry if I faded out there, I've just put that down. So I'm cutting the size down to, so the card base itself will be 5.5. No, card base itself is 5 3/4. This is a 5.5 square, and the card front is 5 1/4 square. And I'm just going to use it finishes the card off really well. I'm pleased I got that colour. I was thinking about using blue, but the black does look better on it. So I'm using the Collall glue, which it's absolutely brilliant glue. I'm sorry if there's little glitches in between when I'm talking. It's because I've edited the video itself, but then as I'm watching and doing the voiceover, I'm editing it again. So I'm having to go backwards and forwards over the voiceover. I'm now using my Colop Create little printer. Absolutely love this thing. It's really good. Use it on both my phone and the iPad. I'd like to be able to use it on the computer, but I don't think there's an app for that as yet. But I will certainly be looking out for it. So you just download different fonts that you want onto your phone or your iPad, and there you go. It's so versatile. You put whatever you want on your card. This is for a one line card. Make sure it's straight, and then just cutting it down. I'm going to put a matte layer of black underneath it, just so that it goes in well with the rest of the card. So I am quite happy with the way this card's turned out. I'm pleased with it. It looks good. Can I just take this opportunity to thank you all for watching. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. It is free and it does help my channel. And I will see you for the next video. All right, bye for now. Bye.